Everything you do is being observed and documented inside the brains of others. People are constantly judging, evaluating, observing what you do. And what they see, notice, and observe, it matters. So it's important to understand, what do other people think of me? So let's look at that more closely, because wouldn't it be valuable if you started to think this way? So what we want to look at is, how are you perceived by many of the different groups you interact with? You have your superiors, your boss, and your boss's boss. Think right now, how do they perceive you? Or maybe your boss's boss's boss. How does she or he perceive you? How about your senior execs that represent the company, that are the influential players, the top executives in the company? You know, it's interesting, because what often happens is senior executives are all sitting around the table. I see it all the time, because some of the confidential conversations I have with my executive coaching clients are from the people that are in this room. And they're in this room, and there's like 10 or 12 executives, and they're all sitting around and they're discussing you. What are they going to say? Now that gets a little scary, because you're like, let me think about all the people who probably would sit around that room. Half of them don't really know me. My boss isn't that much of an advocate for me. Uh-oh. That's a problem. Sometimes the boss is an advocate, and that's great, but if they're not, you got to find other advocates. But they're all sitting in that room discussing you and saying, should this person be promoted? What's their track in the organization? Their VP, are they SVP material? Their senior director, are they? So you got to be conscious of that. Senior executives matter. How about your subordinates, the people that work for you? What do they think of you? It might be a whole different perspective than the senior leadership. And how about your peers? They have no skin in the game. Upper management wants you to be doing really well. Subordinates, they care too. But the peers, they don't care as much. They don't have as much skin in the game, but they matter from a perception standpoint, because they do talk about you and what you're doing. How about your direct reports? Customers, vendors. Every single person, and I'm missing a few, they want to know who you are and what you're doing. And you got to make sure you're knowing how you're being perceived by all these groups.